Hi everyone. I wanted to tell you about a vision that I had. It was my first full-blown vision on November 6th of 2012. It was the night of Obama's re-election, and I went to bed and I didn't know who had won at that point. And I woke up in the middle of the night, had to go to the bathroom. I came back to bed and I just laid there wide awake wishing I could fall back to sleep. And out of the blue, I heard God's voice. And in my spirit, I knew it was God the Father, not God the Son, Jesus Christ. It sounded powerful, but comforting. I felt safe and loved, like I was being let in on a secret, but it was a very stern, loud voice, and he said, "I will judge the nation." And as soon as he finished saying that, this whole thing it was really fast. The moment he was done saying that, a light came down from heaven. It just came straight down, lightning fast. And it was it was a really bright light, and it was the shape of a long cylinder, and it was rounded on the ends. And it shot straight down to my feet, like by my right foot, even though I couldn't see my body. I wasn't really aware of my body, except that I could tell that I was in an upright position. Everything else was black in the background, just complete darkness, but that wasn't the focus. The focus was the light, what he had just said. And it shot down, got to my feet, and made a perfect 90-degree turn, and shot back behind me, and then it was over with. And as soon as it was over with, I laid there thinking, what was that? And just had to calm down a little bit. And over the months, I would always contemplate about what had happened, and it really helped me to draw closer to the Lord. I was just fascinated that he would speak to me that way. I know he's doing that to everybody, more and more and more. Children, old people, men, women, it doesn't matter. Christian, non-Christian. Jesus is showing up in so many different ways in these last days. Well, somewhere around, I'm guessing maybe a year and a half later, so maybe midway or summertime 2014, I was doing laundry, and I hadn't been spending much time in Scripture probably for a few days, and if at all for a few days. I don't remember. And I just felt in my spirit God saying he wanted me to stop and read all my chores and read some Scripture. And I was just kind of at a point in Scripture where I didn't really know what to read next. At least I thought that's where I was at. And I guess I thought I was done with a book in the Bible. I don't know. But I had a lot of bookmarks in my Bible, so I still do. But anyways, and I kind of argued back and forth with God in my head, which we should never do because we'll never win. And it's dishonoring too, but I argued. I just wanted to get stuff done, like I often do. I'm so task-oriented, but I really felt like he was going back and forth with me. And I felt like he said, I can't remember exactly, but it was something like, I have something to tell you. And so I thought, okay, this was clear as day in my thoughts. And so I finished what I was doing with the laundry there and went and sat down and opened my Bible to my main bookmark, and realized, oh, well, I hadn't finished reading the book of Hosea. At some point, I'd been reading that. So it hadn't been that long, but I didn't remember it all. But anyways, I opened it up to Hosea chapter 6. That was the next chapter I was on. And I got to Hosea 6, 5b. And the second half of 6:5, which I really felt like matched what was going on. Oh, I forgot the important part. Earlier in that day, in the morning, I had asked God again about that vision he had given me, and just wanted him to clarify. I would ask him every now and then, is there any more you want to explain to me about what you meant about judging the nation, even though I know that there are a lot of people on YouTube who've talked about their visions and dreams about judgment coming on America, but I wanted more specifics for me so that I could hear it for myself. Anyways, and the second half says, and the judgments on you are like the light that goes forth. And that just rocked me to my core, because I had asked him that morning. I didn't always ask him. It was once in a great, great while I would ask him about it. And I felt that he was pushing me to sit and spend time with him because he wanted to answer the question that morning. And so anyways, that was really exciting for me, because I'm learning so many different ways that the Lord speaks to us. And he really does talk to us more than we realize. And the closer we are to him and the more time we spend with him, just being in his presence, worshiping him, praising him, telling him thank you for things, reading his word, just sitting there and just contemplating scripture we read earlier, or something that he did for us that day, or praying for other people, or praying for ourselves. The more time we spend with him doing that, the closer we are to him, and the more clearly we hear his voice, and the more his thoughts end up becoming our thoughts, and the more we can trust, as long as we're not living in sin, the more we can trust the things that we think. They are so often God's thoughts. If they match up with scripture, you can confirm with him, and you can pretty much bet that the thoughts that you're having are not coming from you. And if we think that when we have loving thoughts towards someone or that kind of thing, we're in pride, because God is the author of these good things. And anyways, I just wanted to tell you that, and just to encourage you that even though there's all this news out there that God is coming and judging the nation and judging the world, it's all because of his mercy and his grace, because he's trying all these different ways. He knows exactly what we need to come to him, but he's trying all these different ways to cause people to call out to him, whether it's complete blessing or trials or traumas or judgment on a whole nation. He's trying to get people to call out to him before time is up, because this time of grace is coming to an end. We don't know when. We don't know if it'll be next week, next month, next year, 5 years from now. We don't know. But so many things are happening in Scripture. I mean, so many things are happening in the Middle East that match the scriptural prophecies. It is amazing. Those things are coming to a close to a T. It's just fascinating. Anyways, you should research that. I love you all. Thanks for listening.